Hi everybody, welcome to Tech Tip Friday. I'm Kurt Staley, that plastics guy, and I'm bringing you a tech tip that you could take to the shop floor with you today. So in our time in the plastics industry, we've handled plastic pellets in a number of different manners. Most likely a cardboard gaylord with a plastic liner being probably the most common way, although bulk truck and drum and in cardboard bags with a liner of some sort are also very common. But what I wanted to mention today is something that you don't always see, and that is a foil liner to hold material. And why would you use a foil liner? Well, the foil liner is doing the major job of keeping moisture out of the product and keeping it, in a constant, stable state of very low humidity. Now, where would you find something like this? Well, additives that are designed to absorb moisture, that's one. Additives, well, actually even nylons. Certain nylons are packed in foil liners. These would be nylons that would be very susceptible to moisture that you're going to have to dry somewhat after the fact, but you want to keep excessive moisture and therefore extending your drying time. Well, you want to keep that moisture out, and a foil lined bag could be a very easy way to handle that. Most importantly, if you're only going to use a portion of the material that's in that foil lined bag and you want to keep the material fresh or as fresh as possible for your next use, how are you going to accomplish that? You have to reseal the foil bag. So what you want to do when you open the bag for the initial use, be very careful with it. You may find that certain bags have a system to reclose. It's possible, but if not, you can very easily close them by taking overlapping sections of the bag over a 2x4 and hitting it with an iron. Yes, a conventional close iron. Basically, all you're doing is reactivating some of the interior materials and sticking them back together. It's crude, but it actually does work. Make sure though you do work the air out of the bag, and the portion of the bag that is empty. Work that excessive air out and taking the moisture with it as best as you can. I sell a number of products that are packaged in foil lined bags. One of the easiest ways of working around this is to sell, rather than 700 or 800 kilo gaylord cartons, sell them in 25 or 50 kilo boxes. It's a little bit more manageable to work with if you have to reseal, but regardless if you are working with that or working with a larger container, do make the effort to reseal. And typically the materials that come in foil lined gaylords or boxes, these are premium materials. They're expensive. You don't want to waste them. We don't want to see plastic end up being thrown out because of a careless material handling issue. So that's a quick and simple one to take to the shop floor today. When you see a foil lined bag, make sure that you reseal it. Quick and dirty method with an iron over a 2x4, and you'll get as much life as you possibly can out of that premium additive or base resin. That's your tech tip for today. I'm Kurt Staley, that plastics guy, wishing you a fantastic Friday, great weekend, and we will be back at you next week with another tech tip. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.